One of the most important things parents can do for their children is invest in their education. Education is not cheap, and recently education costs have outpaced inflation. So planning for college expenses has to be done in a way that will allow saving for college and beating inflation at the same time. Let's just take a look at a simple scenario and see how much a child's education can cost. Let's assume that the child is currently 10 years old and the anticipated college age will be 18 to 22 years old. So really, the parents have just 8 years or so to accumulate the funds necessary to pay for child's education. Also, let's assume that the current tuition is at $13,000 a year. This is an average and it's kind of low, but if your child wants to go to Harvard University, for example, you might need as much as $46,000 a year. Let's just do the average calculations for the purpose of this example. Also, let's assume that inflation is at 6%. Again, this is an assumption. The inflation is now more of like a 2 or 3% per year, but let's be conservative and set it at 6% for now. Inflation is kind of a big deal. It eats a certain chunk of your money. In other words, $13,000 today will be worth much less in 8 years, in our example, when the child will be 18 years old and ready to enter their freshman year at college. At that point, considering inflation, you will need more than $13,000 to pay for his first year of college. To be exact, you will need $20,720 in today's money based on the above assumptions. Here's a breakdown of calculations. Again, we are looking at the future value. So, as you can see, the estimated cost of tuition based on the above for 4 years in college will be $90,642, assuming, again, based on all those assumptions. Again, the calculations above are average and do not include such expenses as room, board, and other costs. Because college is such a major investment, I think families should carefully evaluate potential schools and plan everything ahead. Relying on financial aid is one way of covering the education costs, but most financial aid packages depend heavily on the financial need of the student, and not everyone qualifies. Student loans are also an option, but really, those should be the last resort. In my opinion, loans are for those that fail to plan ahead. Loans are more expensive in the long run. So other better options to fund college education are 529 plans, Coverdell education savings accounts, qualifying U.S. savings bonds, Roth IRA, traditional IRA accounts, although this is not intended for college funding, but a lot of people really use it for this purpose. Also, another option is the Uniform Gifts to Minor Act and Uniform Transfers to Minors Act, mutual funds, 529 ABLE plans, and so on. These are great options that will allow parents to plan ahead. There are various rules related to these plans. I will have separate videos on all these plans and will cover in detail each and every one of them by providing advantages, disadvantages, tax rules, and so on. So stay tuned. Please subscribe to our channel for fresh and new videos and learn with us. Thank you for watching.